with your July 2020 reading. Don't forget that you can also watch your sun, moon, rising, stellium, Venus, Mars. It's a choose your own adventure story, and any one of those areas that you want to look into, if the reading resonates, you can kind of expect those energies to show up in that area of your life. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling some cards for you. Okay, Scorpio, interesting. This is like very similar to Cancer, so I don't know if you guys have like a Cancer in your life or Cancer in your chart. You might want to check that one out too, because I see, or some Leo. Anyways, you guys are in a mode of, you're in a transition period. What else is new, Scorpios? No, but for real, you are in a transition period, because I feel like you have achieved a lot of success in something in the past. You have the Emperor coming through as your past energy, and it has given you a certain amount of stability in your life, and there's certainly some kind of accomplishment that is coming with that, with the Six of Wands coming out as your present energy with the Aries card. I do feel like you're just getting some kind of recognition for some work that you've put in an environment, in an institution, some kind of structure. You could have like gotten some kind of recognition or a promotion from your boss, but somehow it's like you're wondering if it's enough. You know, I feel like you're really starting to consider, like, does this make my soul come alive? You know, I know that you have a lot of responsibilities, I feel, in whatever it is that you're doing. People have their eyes on you. You're definitely like a person to watch, you know. I feel like you do. You have a lot of social power and social authority. And like I said, a lot of responsibility. It's something that I feel that you handle pretty well. And in a way, this seems to be some kind of culmination of a lot of things that you've been working for. I just literally just pulled this out because I got, I ordered some stuff and they sent me this card, the Nine of Cups. If anybody knows what this deck is, please tell me, because I just think it's so beautiful. But yeah, I just feel like you're starting to consider your own fulfillment. But it's crazy because I feel like you came off of a win. Like you have a win this month, or you're coming off of some kind of win, and it's been a long time coming. It's really, you know, it's been there for a while. I do feel like you're getting the attention of especially like this Emperor figure. Somebody might want to invest in you. They could be offering you some kind of a promotion. But like I said, you're on the fence about it, because the Seven of Pentacles, like, you know that you've had some success here. You know that you're building something. You know that possibly you're building your wealth. But I feel like there's this little voice that keeps pulling you away from that and towards something that maybe you have always wanted to do, but you know that it's different. It honestly might be different. It might be different than anything that you're doing right now. And you just feel this calling to just move impulsively towards it. So some of you guys are really turning inward to your meditation practices, to spirituality, because it feels like you're on the fence this month. It's not like a bad situation. It doesn't feel bad, because like I said, I do feel like you guys have a lot of success behind you. You're getting a lot of attention in either your work or on social media or something, but people are recognizing you. They're recognizing, and not just that, they're recognizing like the hard work that you've put in, and you just have a presence about you, and people just, they're noticing that I feel like you are a good leader. Like you are someone who, yeah, this was coming through with Cancer too, but you're someone who like handles leadership really, really well. Also, there's something about like the way you're dressing. I feel like there's something about the way you're dressing that people are like, you just seem like you have all of your stuff together. Do you know what I mean? People are just really noticing that. I don't know if you are wearing like a lot of power colors or something like that, but people just are really noticing you. Also, maybe you want to consider, there's so much red here, maybe you want to consider wearing a little bit of red this month, even if it's just like a little embellishment, because I feel like it might help you to get into this kind of creator energy that you're like having, it's inside of you, you know what I mean? Because you have the Emperor energy here twice, right? Emperor is Aries energy, and with the 1 and the 4, it's like, I don't know, I feel like you are motivated to do something different, really. Yeah, definitely with the Page of Pentacles, because it's like, you know that you've built these 7 pentacles here, but the Page, you know, the page is here, that has something else on his mind. So another path, something off the beaten path is what I heard, you know, this vision or idea that you've always kind of had for yourself. But it's almost like your success is making you feel, or like whatever you've accomplished in the past is kind of making you feel stuck here, because you don't want to throw out a good thing. And it's not like you're miserable, you know, it's not like you're miserable. You're just wondering like, okay, well, for some of you, I feel like you're at a crossroads where it's like, okay, well, is this going to be my life? If I was ever going to do this thing, now's the time to do this thing, you know, like, am I wasting my time here? I also feel like time is something that's kind of coming through that is important this month. And also, yeah, because it just might seem like there's something you want to be putting your time to, and you're realizing that maybe you don't have the time or energy to kind of put towards that. So you really want to make this decision. You really want to make a call here. With the Seven of Wands, I feel like you have so many voices inside of you, just kind of, you know, giving their input on what it is that you should do. Because like I said, it just feels like you have a good thing going, but it's not the ultimate dream, you know, the ultimate fulfillment. But I do feel like you guys are at a place where you have, like I said, you've had a win, you know, and so you are in a place of comfort. And that's almost why you're able to think about this now, is because you finally have made it to some kind of height where you feel like you can, you know, take a rest, take a breather, and really take stock of your life. So you could be feeling quite reflective this month, you know, and a lot of you are focused on giving, you know, giving of your energy, giving, like a lot of you might find yourself motivating other people towards their goals. I definitely see you in a leadership role. So here we have God as the light attribute, benevolence and compassion. Yeah, that's you. Recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. And the shadow attribute is despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. So maybe you guys have a mind to be a better leader or something than somebody was before you. And I definitely, maybe you guys want to do something in spirituality where you want to share some kind of knowledge. But it's like you're trying to figure out the best way forward, basically. With the Two of Wands clarifying the Seven of Wands, there's so much Wands energy. And this reading, so much fire. So I just feel like you guys are really passionate. Like you're feeling very passionate. People are really noticing you. You're standing out in a crowd. I do feel like you have a little bit of, you know, zing to you in a crowd. Like people really, like their eyes are drawn to you. And definitely there's something about like the way you're dressing, the way that you're doing your hair, you know, it's like you really did. Everybody's been like in quarantine or whatever. So if you guys are having some kind of return, some of you guys, yeah, you're returning somewhere, and people are like, wow, you know, you seem like you used your time wisely, basically. And with the Two of Wands coming over here, clarifying the Seven, I feel like, yeah, it's like you're wondering if there's anything else out there. Some of you guys might even just want to be taking a trip to explore your spirituality. Maybe this is a thing. Maybe you've wanted to take like a really like long trip. You wanted to like backpack somewhere, or just like have an adventure. And maybe some of you feel like, well, now's the time, you know? But you just kind of feel stuck while you're thinking about it. Oh, and then the Tower card. So this is a Mars card, and you know, Scorpio and Vedic is ruled by Mars, but you have a ton of Aries energy here. So it's almost like you guys have undergone some kind of transformative process. I definitely see that. It's like you emerged from your cocoon a butterfly, insofar as the public is concerned. Whether this is on your social media, like I feel like you are getting a lot of attention right now. Whether it's in real life or on social media, people are starting to notice you. And if you have like someone from your past that you were in a relationship with, or you know, that you felt was like a counterpart of some kind, this person is definitely watching you now. They definitely have their eyes on you. So, but it is like something kind of has come to an end, and but you're in control of it, right? And that is the conversation of Mars between Aries and Scorpio, is self, rebirth, and this re-emergal of self. And that's something that I feel you're all about. But there is a confusion about timing. There's a confusion. Timing is huge. Is this the right time? Because you're dead set on doing this thing. This is your passion. This is your life's mission. This is your fulfillment. And some of you guys, it's like you're waiting to hear on some kind of information. This could be like you're waiting to hear about a promotion. And you know what's weird is some of you guys might actually be like a little bit like, I don't know, maybe a little bit dreading a promotion, because you're like, oh, I want this promotion, but not now. Like I wanted to be able to take some time off to do this. And it's like, but if I get this promotion, it's going to be some kind of success. I was just hoping to like have this adventure before I had to get so serious, or like, I guess I'll really be committing to this job. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And so, it's weird because there's something about your own success is what you're thinking about. So it's, you know, it's kind of a privileged position to be in, but there, yeah, you just, you're considering your success this month, Scorpio. You are. You have achieved something here, and you're thinking about the next level. You're thinking about your next chapter and how you want to reinvent yourself, because you're in a place of power. You have a lot of energy. You have a lot of energy reserves. You're motivated to do something. Like, you really, really are. I just feel like you guys have a fire lit up under you. And so some of you, you're thinking a lot too. And you're definitely thinking a lot. And I feel like you are going to have some kind of realization, and it could be around this Queen of Pentacles person. You know, this could be around like a boss figure, a mother figure, somebody, again, it's like has this responsibility kind of energy to it, you know, something that's sustaining you, like your job, you know, someone's expectations. And this could be a boss, right? Or it could be your family. Maybe like your family would really expect for you to take this position or something like that. So you feel a lot of guilt, and you feel like there's something you're gonna have to leave behind here. So you are at a crossroads this month, Scorpio, and you're just taking the reins. This is actually just so inspiring to see, because we all have to go through moments like this, but you're in control, you're in charge, you're stepping up to the plate, and you're also considering all kinds of variables. You're really trying to live a holistic life here, and you are like you're considering your spirituality, you're considering your whole person, your whole self, and you're considering your whole life in making this decision. So I'm just getting more like you're listening and you're trying to be intuitive, you're trying to gather information, but you are definitely confused. I feel like somebody's going to make you an offer that you kind of can't refuse, is what I want to say, you know? So then it's almost like, yeah, you're comparing this Knight of Cups to this Ten of Pentacles, you know? I mean, you're definitely dreaming. You're dreaming about this Ten of Pentacles, right? Because I feel like you want to live, like I said, this holistic life. You want to see your life come alive around you. You don't just want the money, you know? You don't just want the power. You want to do a good job. You want to feel alive in your life. And so that's the thing that you're doing, is like you're thinking a lot about that, what things need to end, you know? This is such interesting energy, because it's like happiness, sadness, happiness, sadness. And I feel like this is like what your brain is kind of doing, you know? There's something, I almost feel like that you need to like sacrifice. Something is almost being laid on an altar, where it's like you have this choice to make, where and you're so confused about it, and your head and your heart aren't on the same page here, and there's so many voices in your head. And also you feel like maybe there's a lot of competition, and like a lot of people want this position that you're being offered, or this thing that you've gotten and achieved. And so you're just kind of exhausted thinking about it here. And I really do feel that you're trying to get to like what you want, you know, like everybody's got their opinion, and you're just trying to, I feel like, get some alone time so that you can think about what it is that you want. Because it almost feels like too, oh my gosh, you know that song Lucky by Britney Spears? She's so lucky. She's a star, but she cry in her lonely heart, thinking, if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? Because I feel like almost with the Six of Wands card coming through here, it's still playing in my head. Lost in an image, lost in a dream, but there's no one there to wake her up. The world is spinning, she keeps on winning, but tell me what happens when it stops. You're scared of missing out on like your youth, or like an opportunity of not living life, because you have made strides, you have made success, and success is, what am I doing? I'm like, I feel like that's it. It's like you want to put this down for a second so that you can just be reignited and have some kind of passion within you here. But you feel like people are going to judge you, you know? But I feel like you want to have this adventure, you want to meet your people, and because it's like you have this bigger version of success that I feel like a lot of people aren't really seeing, you know? Maybe there's people from your past that you want to see. You're manifesting. Because, yeah, there's something. You want it all, Scorpio. You want it all this month. And it's, for you, I feel like you can have it all. You just can't have it all at one time. So timing becomes very important. And responsibilities are important, and you're wondering what responsibility as a soul you have to your own self and to your own self-development here. So a lot of you are like, you're turning to God, you're turning to spirituality. What if some of you guys, this might be like a full-on existential crisis of like, what is the meaning of life, so I can figure out what it is that I'm supposed to do here. Recognizing the eternal forces in yourself and others. Let me just okay, maybe you guys feel like you're in an environment that has been kind of controlling, like, because some of you guys might be wanting to start your own thing, start your own project, start your own business, because even though maybe you've gotten some success here, it's like, I feel like maybe some of you guys aren't happy, because the shadow attribute is despotism and cruelty, using power to control people, and then we got the 5 of Wands. So it tells me that some of you guys might not really like where you're at, and you might want to call some people out on their nonsense and on like abusing their power. Because I just feel like, especially in your work situation, you know, you feel like you could have success here, but you're also wondering about your foundation. You know, is this a place that you want to build? Because there is some part of you that's not happy here. There's some part of you that's not happy here. And you're wondering, like, if you walk away from this, if you take some kind of step away from this, what's going to happen? So that's why you're turning to, like, a lot of you guys might be turning to divination. You might be pulling out your cards, watching tarot readings, that kind of thing. Because you want this balanced life, and I feel like maybe you're not getting it. Maybe your life has been dominated by work in the past, and you, like I said, you've achieved some success, but it's like, who are you as a person, you know? So it's about balancing that and getting what you're due. Like, you're not sure that you've gotten what you're due here. I gotta say, it just feels like you want to leave where you're at. That's like kind of what I'm getting. Like you have all these like reasons that you could stay, you know? But I just feel like your heart is telling you that there's something else that you want to do. So for Scorpio, what happens if they stay? Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Well, if you stay, you're getting more work, and you're getting more of a hierarchical work environment. I feel like you're working towards someone else's goals. Maybe that's a big part of this, is like you feel like you're working towards someone else's goals. I feel like you work a lot. I almost feel like, yeah, you guys work a lot. And that's going to continue in the future, where you feel like maybe you only have work friends and... Okay, and relationships is something that's being highlighted at the bottom of the deck, just saying. For those of you who are like single, well, I do feel relationship just centers around this, because I think like you guys might be meeting someone in your future, and it's like this person and how the flavor of this relationship might reflect what you choose. So if you stay, it's more the same old, same old. It's work, you know, I think you have things to learn from certain people, but it is going to be the same old, same old. And I do feel like you're working towards someone else's vision and someone else's goal. But if you leave, so we have the 5 of Wands, which is conflict. It is gossip, you know, and it's almost like chaos energy. But then you have the Star coming through. And again, this is like wish fulfillment. You guys are wondering if you should go for something. Oh my gosh, it's not going to tell you what to do either. How frustrating. Because I was just asking, you know, what should you do? And with the 8 of Wands, I feel like I don't know, maybe it is telling you to have some kind of adventure, just to shake things up. Then under it is the 7 of Cups, which is confusion, and then you have the Tower. So, you know what? Karmically, I don't feel like I should even answer this question, but I was just trying to get some more information. Some of you guys have been manifesting a relationship, and I feel like it's going to come through. But like, oh my gosh, I feel like it's saying like the quality of it, and don't take this as a threat from like the universe or anything, but I'm literally getting that the quality of it can be manifested through like the moon or the ace of cups, through like this fear, confusion energy, or like this ace of cups energy. But you're already aware of that because you guys were pulling away and you're meditating, and you really are thinking about this from a higher perspective. Some of you guys could be meeting a Virgo or a Gemini. Somebody with like heavy Mercury in their chart. Somebody who's like very smart. Somebody who might inspire you. Maybe this person is into like divination, magic, that kind of thing. But let me get another deck. What does Scorpio need to know about this situation? Okay, well, I did see the Hermit, and I just told you you're going to meet a Virgo or a Gemini, so maybe a lot of you guys are meeting a Virgo. I feel like it's telling you to make your own decision, though, because you might have people that have their opinions about what you should do, and I feel like a lot of you are keeping this close to your chest because it's something you realize that people are just going to have opinions. People are going to gossip. Knight of Wands. Okay, so I feel like what it's telling you is that if you don't have a fully formed plan, but all you have is this passionate drive towards your goal, you're just going to end up back in your work environment. Oh my gosh. I kind of, you know, side note, this is a heavily karmic thing that we're doing with divination. And so I am firm on the fact that everybody has to make their own decisions, and that, you know, we don't really understand divination, least of all me. But I feel like there's something you guys have to do. Like, and you know it. You know it. I feel like if you just keep, if you have all this passion and you kind of like, you just go to work every day, but you still have this passion, but you don't really fully form this idea, you're just going to stay in this work environment. I don't really feel like you're going to be super happy. Now, it's not promising you that this is going to be easy, right? The World card, this is Saturn. And Saturn is, like I said, there's something about delay. There's something about time. Saturn works through delay, through time, through oppression. Like, you need to have a plan. You need to be the emperor for yourself, you know, and really work out some kind of plan for yourself here. Some of you guys want to travel. Some of you guys want to travel, and you could end up living somewhere else. And honestly, you're going to be very successful because this is all that energy that we just saw. The Queen of Pentacles is a master manifester. That covers the Magician. You know what I mean? And she's got her little... this represents the brain, the right and left hemispheres of the brain. Like, you know, you're going, I feel like if you make this move that you want to make, again, this is a general reading. You're responsible for your life choices, but I'm telling you right now, like, there's something out there for you. And the fact that you have the Page of Pentacles here, and then this is growing into the Queen, because the Page, this is just starting the journey, you know? And he's planning, and he's looking, and he's just, you know, he's just casually looking, and he's excited about something. But keep going. If this is exciting for you, you can use this energy to keep going. And like, before you know it, you might have an entire business plan, or you might have a whole trip planned out. And people, I also feel like you're afraid of judgment. And there's also like your superiors or something. There's like expectations that are around you. But you have a skill. A lot of you guys have a skill. And you want to find like friendship and partnership. You are a leader. You're a good leader. You might end up, I'm just getting, a lot of you guys need to travel and live far from home. That's what I'm saying. That's really what I'm getting. That's where your fulfillment is. I really do think that. I know this was a very long-winded reading, because there was a lot of confusing energy in this. I do feel like, well, you guys are confused this month about where your success lies, because this is like the classic question of like, do I stay with, you know, something that I've built, something that's given me success, or do I take a chance on this thing that I've been wanting to do, you know? You have some of you guys have like some interest in like mysticism or something. Maybe you want to travel to certain sacred sites or something like that, that you feel like is really going to nurture you. You guys are wanting to leave, to travel. You're wanting to leave some kind of situation. And I really do think like what it's saying is like having the passion and the zest for it isn't going to be enough. Like you need a plan. And I feel like you probably already know this because you're Scorpios, but keep it a little close to your chest now. Because I also feel like you have gossipy people around and you don't want certain people finding out about this before you're ready to make the move. Also, because I think if they found out about this, they would consider, like they being like people who have some kind of power or authority, they're not going to give you as much attention or resources. You know, because it might be that kind of environment, and that's exactly how you feel, where you're like, now you're winning, you know? But if they were to find out that you weren't like going to dedicate your every breath to this life and to their projects and building their wealth, like they might not notice you. They might be giving to someone else, investing in someone else, or, you know. But I feel like you guys have some kind of like friendship and partnership and love energy coming in, and adventure energy. If you take this. But this is also talks about like a completion of a cycle, you know? This is like the entire energy of the reading of like, oh, I feel, you know, like maybe some of you guys might literally feel oppressed in this work environment. But what I was going to say is that some of you guys feel like it's just the Eight of Swords. The classic definition of this card is like, she has everything she needs around her to kind of get away, but it's these thought processes and, you know, maybe family issues or something. It's the card of learned helplessness. But look, she's like completely covered in red. So she wants to take this step forward. Look at this card. There's so much red. You guys have so much passion and so much drive to move towards something. So it's like, I really shouldn't, I'm going to stay here. But then you have the Fool, which is major arcana. This is the start to the whole journey through the major arcana. I got to say, you guys, my vote, and you know, I'm just a lady in her living room on the internet, but my vote is that you guys take some kind of risk. But it's got to be a calculated risk. You've got to plan this out. You got to keep it close to your chest. You've got to do your research. Got to do your due diligence. Because yes, you've accomplished a lot, but I ultimately don't think this is what's going to make you happy. So that is what I have for you guys. I'm so excited to see where this energy goes for you next month. Best of luck with this. Best of luck with this energy. Because for some of you, now that I'm looking at these cards, I really am seeing that these are traditionally good cards, right? Like the Emperor and the Six of Wands. But I just feel like some of you guys feel controlled in a work environment. Like some of you guys are really not in a great place in this work environment. Like it's just, you know, you might make a lot of money. You might be making a name. There's something that you're definitely like getting out of this. And like I said, I feel like you have things like you can learn from the people around you. But there's some kind of partnership or then wish fulfillment and hope and something that you've like always wanted to do that and yeah, some people might not like what you're doing, but the Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands, so there's conflict coming over this decision. That's what you know. And that's what's keeping you stuck. Is other people's opinions and other people's judgments and other people's expectations of you. You know it's going to be a fight to leave this in some way. But you know what? With the Two of Wands, because this talks about having a solid, steady foundation as you move out, because you're feeling stagnant. Your heart's not in this. There might be some kind of support though for you. You know, like somebody's, I feel like, supporting you, because that's the Two of Wands, is there's this foundation here while he's looking out. Like I said, there is the energy of like having achieved something. So this was heavy energy. You guys have like I feel like you have a big decision to make. And this energy, like it looks, you know, okay, well, yeah, we can sit here and say that she has all the tools around her to get out, but it's tough, you guys. This is really, really tough energy to break free from. So, you know, go easy on yourself. But also, I think the best way to fuel this is for you to continue like your own feeling like so happy to look into this, you know? Like you're so happy to explore it. You love to plan it in your head, like what you would do, the adventure that you would go on, where you would go first, like that kind of thing. And I think if you just keep going, because one day you're going to have a completed plan. If you just keep doing that, you're going to have a completed plan. And then the next step is just going to be going. It's just going to be taking that step. So, anyways, I'll stop talking now. I hope that resonated and that you found that helpful. I cannot wait to see, you know, what you guys are up to next month. Thanks for watching. Bye.